All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join the link right in the video script. Description is in the chat. Click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. You get over there, check out the catalog, get that 25% off, discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos. We talking about nothing but the fire down through the career of the General Sarah Soon Seti, man. Ain't no all gas. We ain't put on the brakes yet. You see what I'm saying? All gas, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Plus, we got hand-picked documentaries and lectures from the grandmaster teachers, experts on every subject, every field we discuss. Man, there's not another website on the planet that can compare or compete. Become a member today. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. The poppingest page on Patreon. By far, if you feel what I'm saying, the only that I know of that go live every time. Everything that's on my Patreon live. Okay? And so we go to work. You feel what I'm saying? No, ain't no uploads. We go to work. You feel me? And so that's the main purpose. So we got over 500 exclusive live stream, depending on what tier you join. Man, you got access to over 500 videos if that's what you want. And I know it is, because this is exquisite. Is exquisite. You want that. Become a patron today. That's right, family. King Seti on Rumble, the Black Power scholar that will not stumble or fumble. And I'm on Rumble. And I know you want to be disruptive with me. So please go on over there and subscribe to my Rumble. And to all the family that donated to the General, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the General, the link there on the screen, it's in the chat, it's in the video description. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, Donald Trump says he's the greatest president for black people since Abraham Lincoln. And he might have invoked some shit. He might have almost got his head tore off like Abraham Lincoln. He was sitting up here invoking motherfuckers and shit. Yeah, you almost get, motherfucker, you damn near got deal like Abraham Lincoln. You see, I'm just being real. I'm thinking about it like, damn, this motherfucker say, yeah, he the greatest president for black people. He didn't say nobody else. He said, motherfucker, he done more for black people. Didn't goddamn it. Then the only other motherfucking president, I think he said he outdid Abraham. I think he did. They saying, man, Donald Trump said he did more for black people than old Abe. This is what he's saying. And so this is an arrogant Neanderthal. He's an arrogant Neanderthal. Because, I mean, the motherfuckers, the motherfuckers out there, motherfuckers is on the same block. hey, motherfucker, I don't see too many nigga addresses changed. Motherfucker, you know, ain't too many addresses changed. You feel me? So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is he talking about. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do is turn the corner. That's all you got to do, and pull right on up, nigga, right there. You feel me? So he's saying he did it. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck he do, you know? And then he vote, oh, Abraham Lincoln. See, that's what most people, oh, Abraham Lincoln set the slaves free. Yeah, man, what's that book? I got to get that book right now. What's that book? I need to get that book again too. Forced into Glory. That's it. Forced into Glory. Get that motherfucker. Yeah, get it. Wait, let me see if I get a little excerpt off of that motherfucker. It's called Forced into Glory. Yeah, by Lerone Bennett. It's a bad. You need to get that. Yeah. Now, matter of fact, I need to go back there and I remember. Yeah. Check this out, man. Listen here. I'm gonna tell y'all this story about old Abraham Lincoln. Okay. I remember when I was in college. Now this was many years ago, and I was taking American history. You see, and I forget that guy's name. His ass probably in a coffin now, cause he was damn near. He was so old, goddamn it. The few hairs on the top of his head was so thin even then. His motherfucker had patches and whatever wasn't where it wasn't a patch, nigga. It was some thin ass gray hair on his head, and so he was a black man. You see, yeah, he was a black man, and and so this is American history now. This is the beginning of the semester. You know what he said? He said everybody in here gonna write. It's in the syllabus. It say everybody in here gonna write you're gonna have it's like a fine paper at the end of the at the end of the semester. You got to have a paper, a final paper on a particular president. And so he gave everybody a president, right? I think you get to choose. Or yeah, I think we got to choose or something. Or it was something, or he gave it to us. Okay. No, he didn't give it to us. We could choose. And I remember he said you can choose any president other than Abraham Lincoln. And I say, what? And I'm thinking to myself, because a lot of people would, and he said, I'm gonna do Abraham Lincoln. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this nigga gonna go in on old Abe. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, we get down to and it was his turn to do Abraham Lincoln, right? And at the end, it was like everybody had to they had to speak there, you had to say your paper out loud. I think it had to be like maybe 5 to 7 pages. It wasn't too long, I think I think it was up to 7 or 8 pages, you see? And so, yeah, and man, this motherfucker honored Abraham Lincoln. This motherfucker honored Abraham Lincoln. And I seen that he was giving, before he did, he took a whole class to speak on Abraham Lincoln, but before he even got to the speech, he was already giving Abraham Lincoln praise. And I'm thinking to myself, and so I went to looking online. I went to looking for books, and then Lerone Bennett book popped up, right? And this was back, man, goddamn, you talking about damn early 2000s and shit. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 2005? No, probably even after that. No, it probably was even after that. Probably like, yeah, maybe 2007, something like that. And man, I brought that book in, and man, I said some things about Abraham Lincoln. Man, do you know that motherfucker? He was so mad at me that I exposed Abraham Lincoln. Man, that motherfucker gave me a D. That motherfucker gave me a D. I say, ain't this a bitch? When I got my, I say, this hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just on the, I had my paper and I did it. you know, and I know I did a good motherfucking job. I ain't trying to knock no shit out the park, no goddamn way. But I'm thinking to myself, I say this whole ass nigga gave me a D. You see what I'm saying? And but the fact is, a lot of people think that Abraham Lincoln, had some respect for black people and had dignity, trying to give black people some type of dignity. Man, Abraham Lincoln, wife, her daddy was one of the largest slave owners in the goddamn South. I can't recall, but I know that for a fact. His wife, whatever her name, I know she died or something. Her father was one of the largest slave owners in the South. Okay. And so, yeah. So the thing is, Abraham Lincoln say if he didn't have to free the slaves, he wouldn't have did it. He said, he wouldn't have did it. But he was trying to break the backs of the South. The economy of the South was on the backs of the slaves. And so by freeing the slaves, it would break the back of the Southern economy. And that's basically what it was about. You see, he never wanted to free the slaves. And matter of fact, in areas that did not revolt or recede from the Union, he didn't free them. Okay. He didn't free, he only freed the slaves in the states that revolted and from the Union. You see what I'm saying? And that was it. And so for motherfuckers that think that Abraham Lincoln is Jesus Christ and shit, or I ain't even saying Jesus, but y'all look at that motherfucker like you have Jesus, Abraham Lincoln, and goddamn Martin Luther King on a goddamn picture. You see what I'm saying? These is your icons. You see, these is your icons. And so for Donald Trump to say, that Abraham ain't did shit for black people. You know what I'm saying? Not a goddamn thing. Black people, you talking about, free to do what? Free to do what? And then, the shit that he was doing and they didn't kill him over freeing no damn slave. That ain't what he was fucking with that money too. He was fucking with that money trying to, he was trying to close the Federal Reserve and shit, which was owned by the Rothschild. He was trying to, to mint, government money. He was trying to take the printing of money away from the what they call it, the Federal Bank, Federal Bank Reserve, or whatever the fuck it was, and so and JFK, and so that's what got his ass. That's ultimately what got his ass knocked off. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see what the fuck the official name of them is. Yeah, the Federal Reserve. I don't even think, is it a bank? I don't even know if it's a goddamn bank. Is it a bank? Yeah, it's just the Federal Reserve. I would like to know who owned it. Federal Reserve Bank owners. Not owned by banks, not individuals. Okay. If the Federal Reserve are owned by banks and not who own the banks that own the Federal Reserve, then talk about that. Say the Federal Reserve banks are owned by banks, not individuals. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers full of shit. Yeah, y'all full of shit. Y'all full of somebody. It's a bank. Somebody regulating that motherfucker. It wouldn't exist if somebody regulating it. You see, it's some rules and statutes for that shit. They know who run it. Yeah, they know who run it. They just that's some fake shit to keep you. They're just like they got that shit out there. What they call it, Fort Knox. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been in there in I don't know how many years, and to show us how much they supposed to have all this gold. Show us the gold then. Show us the motherfucker gold. It ain't been when the last time they been in Fort Knox. You see? You know, they say America got so much gold and shit. Yeah, Federal Reserve banks are being, and we already know it's the Rothschilds. Now, historically it was the Rothschilds. Now, I don't, we don't know. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who, where it's at today, but we know historically it was the Rothschild. Okay. And so, yeah, either it's still the Rothschilds or somebody's very similar have taken their place and operating that shit just like they operated to the best of their own wealth and benefit. You see, that's what they and they control over the planet. You understand? Funding all these wars, that's what they did. You see, and I don't see what any reason for them to have fallen from that position. You see, you got that much money, and what can make you fall? I know you motherfucker, some of these, and it's crazy because you would think that some of these motherfuckers have fallen, like, the Vanderbilts. It's been some filthy rich motherfuckers that have fallen off now. It's been some filthy rich motherfuckers that done fallen off, but the Rothschilds was so rich, man. They was beyond rich. You see, they was beyond rich. And they had the system was going. I can't see how they could have been usurped. You see, say, hey, War Drum, say, ain't no gold out there. You go over, you go open up Fort Knox, all you gonna hear is them old rusty doors. That shit gonna go. And then you look in there, ain't gonna be nothing but cobwebs and shit in there. Ain't shit in there. Your motherfuckers say hello, and all you gonna hear is an echo. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. It's an echo, just gonna keep echoing in that motherfucker. Ain't no gold in there. You believe that shit if you want to, And motherfucker, but Donald Trump play on motherfucker because he think you love Abraham Lincoln. That's why he say, man, I done, and most motherfuckers don't even know who the fuck Abraham Lincoln is. Motherfuckers don't know shit about it. He set the slaves free. Yeah, motherfucker Abraham Lincoln was laying in a box. No fuck he going, and they done popped his ass damn near a couple months after the war was over. He was already in a goddamn box. No fuck he set you free, nigga. And niggas was still on the plantation. And then when you got set free, nigga, you didn't have no money, you didn't have no power. You understand? Black people did try to do, but that was on them. They did that for themselves. Abraham Lincoln ain't done a motherfucking thing for black people. He was dead. What'd he do? What the fuck did Abraham Lincoln do? Nothing. You see? And like I said, his wife, her stinking ass daddy was one of the largest slave owners in the United States. Okay, some of his friends were slave owners. You see, a lot of his constituents were slave owners. So what the fuck? I wonder, did Abraham? I got to go get that book. I'm gonna go get that book, and I'm gonna order that book this evening. I'm gonna get that Forced into Glory. You see, matter of fact, let me see if I can get some excerpts out of that. Let me see if I can get an excerpt. Uh-oh, I think I can get a little bit. Let me see. Okay, beginning with the argument that the Emancipation Proclamation did not actually free African American slaves. This dissenting view of Lincoln's greatness surveys the president's policies, speeches, and private utterances and concludes that he had little real interest in abolition, pointing to Lincoln's support for the fugitive slave laws, pointing to Lincoln's support for the fugitive slave laws, pointing to the Lincoln's support for the fugitive slave laws, his friendship with slave owner Senator Henry Clay, and conversations in which he entertained the idea of deporting slaves in order to create an all-white nation. The book concludes that the president was a racist at heart and that the tragedies of Reconstruction and Jim Crow era were the legacy of his shadow moral vision. Okay? So that's hard body. That's hard body. He went in here, and so I advise everybody. You see, wait a minute. What is that? Historian. Yeah. Let me see. That's not another. That's the back of the book. I got to get back a hold of that book. Damn. Whew, they want a couple dollars for that one. I ain't gonna lie. It's been off. Probably had been out of print for a minute. When a book fall out of print, I got to see. Goddamn, they want $51, $71. It's still worth it, but goddamn, you feel me? Like, damn, back when I bought that motherfucker, it was like 19. That motherfucker, when it was brand new, when it came out, that motherfucker was like 19, $20. Now that motherfucker 51, 71. Shit, you got to come up off of Amazon and go some goddamn where else and get that book, man. But yeah, it's worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. You should have that book on your shelf. You feel me? But anyway, family, Donald Trump playing, that just show you if and Abraham Lincoln backed the fugitive slave laws, huh? So you better be, if you know like I know, you better look at that motherfucker and see what he up to. You feel me? Because he might be trying to sign in some new goddamn fugitive slave laws and shit. You better wake your ass up. All right, family, we got some more. Stay with me. This is General Sarah Sunseti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.